Good day, everyone. We are the Group 2, and today we are going to discuss employee benefits. This, uh, this is our group members. My name is Diana Pauline Baula together with Carlos Giselle, Cruz Chris Nicole, Gonzalez Christine May, Babilonia Maria Veronica, Songkog Ella Marie, Torano Daisy, and Tumbaga Joyce. These are the learning content. 9.1 Definition of benefits. 9.2 Differences between the various forms of compensation. 9.3 Benefits and motivation. 9.4 Reasons for granting benefits. 9.5 Types of employee benefits program. 9.6 Flexible benefits plan.
So good day everyone. I'm Joyce Tumbaga. I'm first reporter. Today, I will discuss the definition of benefits. Benefits refer to the extra rewards or advantage that an employee receive aside from their regular salary. In Tagalog, ito yung parang mga benepisyo or pakinabang na ibinibigay ng kumpanya sa kanilang mga manggagawa bilang bahagi ng kanilang trabaho. Ito din yung nagpapakita ng nagpagpapahalaga nila sa kanilang mga empleyado. Also, ang benefits ay ang mga additional or rewards or dagdag na natatanggap ng isang empleyado bukod sa kanyang regular na sweldo. Ito din yung nagbibigay sa kumpanya para matulungan ang mga employee sa kanilang mga personal needs, kalusugan at security sa trabaho. Halimbawa nito ay health insurance, paid leaves, bonuses, allowance, at retirement plans. And in short, ang benefits ay paraan ng kumpanya para ipakita ang care at support sa isang empleyado at para maging motivated sila magtrabaho ng maayos at manatili sa kumpanya. Next slide. Example of benefits, una na dyan yung health insurance. Ito yung coverage ng kumpanya sa medical expenses ng employee kapag nagkasakit or na-hospital. Sunod is paid leave. Ito naman yung bayad na bakasyon o sick leave kahit na hindi ka pumasok sa trabaho. Next is bonuses. Ito naman yung extra money na ibinibigay ng kumpanya bilang reward sa magandang performance o tuwing may special occasion. Next is retirement plans. Ito naman yung ipon o plans para sa mga employee kapag nag-retire na siya mula sa kanyang trabaho. And other incentives, ito naman yung halimbawa yung allowance, incentives, or gift na nakakatulong sa motivation ng isang empleyado. Next reporter.
Sino dyan?
Sa akin pa ba yan?
Sa'yo pa ata yan, Joyce, kasi 9.2 pa ako eh.
Sa akin pa ba yan? Okay, sorry. Importance of benefits. Benefits are important because they make employee feels valued and supported. Salary alone is not enough. Employers also need security and comfort while working. Benefits kada is important because they make employee feel valued and supported. Hindi lang kasi sapat na sahod lang. Kailangan din ng empleyado ng security at common sa trabaho. Next reporter.
So hello everyone again. My name is Diana Pauline Bola and I'm going to report differences between various forms of compensation. Compensation can seem complicated, but it generally breaks down into two main types, direct and indirect. So, yung different forms daw ng compensation ay pwedeng direct or yung mismong physical money or indirect, which is yung mga benefits and perks. Next slide po. So, ang ibig sabihin daw po ng direct compensation is to the payment that made to an employee in the way of money or finances. There are four main types of compensation that come under direct compensation. So, in direct compensation nga po, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, is yung physical money or check na binibigay ng kumpanya directly dun sa employee. Meron daw pong four types ang direct compensation. Next slide po. So, ito po yung mga types ng direct compensation, which is base pay, fixed, regular, or hourly amount employee get paid before taxes. So, ito po yung parang pinaka-gross pay po, which is yung buong sweldo na binibigay ng kumpanya sa employee. Next one is commission. Money earned as percentage or transaction you complete. So, yung commission naman po, madalas nakukuha po ito sa mga dealer dealership or yung mga trabahong may deal, which is yung pay binibigay po sa dami ng natatapos nilang mga transaction. Bonus, extra money paid for meeting a specific goal or as a reward for hard work. Yung mga bonuses po, binibigay po ito sa mga employee na nagkakaroon ng outstanding performance po, kaya nagkakaroon sila ng bonus. Then, overtime pay, extra money paid, usually higher hourly rate for working beyond standard hours. Yung overtime pay po is yung required na binibigay kapag po nag-overtime yung mga employee. Next slide po. Indirect compensation. So, ibig sabihin daw po ng indirect compensation, type ng compensation po na although employees may not receive cash directly, they still stand to gain financial from some type of indirect compensation. In contrast, other types of indirect compensation do not entail specific financial benefit. Yung indirect compensation daw is benefit na nakukuha ng employee na hindi niya direct na nahahawakan yung pera or may binibigay sa kanyang direktang cash. Next slide po. So, like yung direct compensation, meron din pong types ng indirect compensations, which is number one is yung insurances. A contract between an individual or business with an insurance company to help provide financial protection and mitigate the risk associated with certain situations or events. Ito po yung insurances po ay required sa lahat ng kumpanya since lahat naman po ng workplace ay may hazard. So, ang insurances po, sila po yung nagbibigay ng protection sa mga employee sa loob ng workplace. Paid time off. Compensated time away from work provided by an employer or employees to use as they see fit. So, yung paid time off, ang best example niya po is yung maternity and paternity leave, which is nagkakaroon pa rin po ng mga benefits yung isang empleyado or employees during habang hindi sila pumapasok. Retirement plan refers to financial strategies and savings mechanisms that individuals use to prepare for their retirement. So, yung retirement plan din po, ang pinakamagandang example niya po is yung SSS, which is required pong hulugan ng mga company na pinapasukan niyo. So, meron po siyang time or year na kailangan pong ma-complete para po ma-acquire niyo po yung retirement plan. Next reporter po.
So, good day everyone. I'm Ella Marie Songkog and I'm the next reporter. So, today I'm going to discuss the benefits and motivation. So, benefits can drive motivation. Offering a comprehensive benefits package can motivate an individual to choose one company over another and to feel more invested in their role. So, of course, when an employee receives a benefits from the company, it helps them to become motivated inside their work. So, that's how they are related to each other. So, of course, in a business world po, when we want to hire the best employee, syempre po, we want to show them the best benefits that we can offer. So, of course po, when someone po is uh, want to search for a job, so syempre po hanapin po nila kung sang company po yung may pinaka magandang ino-offer po sa kanila. So halimbawa po nun is may isa pong newly graduate student, so syempre po if si Starbucks po and si Dunkin Donuts po is magkaiba po ng benefits na binibigay, so syempre pipiliin niya po dun kung saan po yung may magandang benepisyo na makukuha po sa kanya. So, syempre po, kapag gusto po natin mag-hire ng best employee, syempre, ibibigay po natin yung pinakamaraming benefits kasi we want to attract the best employee po. Kasi ito po yung strategy natin para makakuha ng pinakamagaling na employee po inside our team. So, next po, so, for individuals naman po, the positive effect po of benefits and motivation is number one on the list. It increases the productivity and performance. So, motivation drives you to work harder and focus on tasks, leading to a better result. So, of course po, when an employee gets enough benefits from the company, so syempre po, it will lead them to work better or magiging maganda po yung performance nila inside the company or sa paggawa po ng task na binigay sa kanila. So, an example po of this is, of course, kung yung isang delivery driver po is meron po siyang 15 delivery or yung orders po na need niya pong maibigay within the day, so syempre po, kung motivated po siya, pwede pong mas mag increase po yung performance niya, pwede po siya makapag-deliver ng 20 orders within the day. Next po is it enhances problem-solving skills. So it encourages you to be more creative and proactive in finding solutions. So syempre po, when we are motivated inside our work, mas nagiging focus po tayo at mas nakikita po natin yung mga issue sa kapaligiran po natin. So for example po, kapag barista po tayo, makikita po agad natin na budget po yung coffee natin. Syempre po, in solution po, mag-extract po tayo ng bagong coffee beans para po makapagbigay po tayo ng may magandang lasa na coffee para po sa customer natin. Next po is it boosts resilience and well-being. So motivation helps you overcome obstacles and maintain a positive outlook. So syempre po kapag motivated po tayo, yung mga challenges po na na-encounter po natin sa loob ng isang kumpanya is mas mabilis po natin itong masusolusyonan. So for example po, if we are a newly hired po and na-stress po tayo sa workplace po natin dahil baguhan po tayo, so syempre mas magiging resilient po tayo inside our work kapag motivated po tayo kasi yung stress po natin is mawawala po kasi yung utak po natin is mas more on positive outlook po tayo. So next po is it promotes goal achievement. So it provides the drive to set and achieve a personal and professional goal. So of course po, kapag marami pong benefits na natatanggap po yung employee po natin, so syempre po mas gusto po nilang ganahan na mag-work. So it will lead po para work harder po sila inside the company. Pwede pong kapag crew po sila halimbawa dun sa company, pwede pong gusto nila mag-develop at magtagal pa po dun. So, they want to achieve more which is to become a manager inside that establishment. So, next po. So, for an organization naman po, ang positive effect po ng benefits and motivation is number one, it increases productivity and efficiency. So, motivated employees are more productive which boosts overall company efficiency. So, of course po, kapag motivated nga po ang mga employees sa isang kumpanya, so of course, it will help them to have a teamwork. So, halimbawa po nun kapag sa fast food and marami pong customer, so instead po na ma-stress po silang lahat, they will help each other po na matapos po yung mga orders, which leads po for a customer satisfaction. So next po is it improves employee retention. So it fosters loyalty and higher morale, leading to reduced employee turnover. So kapag motivated naman po yung mga employees po natin, syempre po mababawasan po yung mga gustong mag-resign and mas gusto po nilang mag-stay po dun sa company po nila kasi they feel valued and appreciated inside the company. So next po is it fosters a positive work environment. So motivation encourages teamwork and creates a more positive and engaged atmosphere. So, katulad nga po ng sinabi ko kanina, kapag motivated po sila, meron po silang positive outlook inside their work. So, halimbawa po, kung isa ka po nagtatrabaho sa fast food and nasa counter ka po, even though marami po customer na nakapila, you can still give them a good smile po kahit po na-stress ka na po or marami pong issues na encounter sa loob ng kitchen kasi po maganda po yung thinking mo and meron ka pong positive outlook within your work. So, last po is it spurs innovation. So, motivated teams are more creative and engaged in problem solving, which can lead to new ideas and solution. So, yun nga po, mas nakapag-focus po tayo as a team and mas nakapag-provide po tayo ng new ideas. Pwede pa po tayo makapagbigay ng, for example, new project kung tayo po ay team leader sa isang kumpanya para sa growth po ng company. So overall po, benefits and motivation are related to each other. Kasi po, yun nga po, kapag marami pong benefits ang employee po, of course po, mas magiging motivated po sila and they will perform well inside the company. Which also, in return po, mas magbe-benefit din po yung company dahil marami, yung mga employee po nila is maganda po yung performance inside their work. Yun lang po. Next reporter.
Good day everyone, I am Gonzales Christenman and I will be reporting reasons for granting benefits. So number one, attract and retain talent. Granting benefits help the company attract top applicants and skilled workers. Kapag competitive ang benefit package, mas marami ang nagiging interesado mag-apply. At dahil secured sila with allowances, health benefits and incentives, mas nagiging loyal sila sa company at hindi madaling mag-resign. Meaning, hindi madaling mag-alisa ng mga employee because they feel secured and valued. This reduces hiring cost and maintain a stable workforce. Next is the improve employee satisfaction and motivation. Kapag nararamdaman ng employee na inaalagaan sila ng kumpanya, tumataas ang satisfaction nila sa trabaho. Benefits such as bonuses, paid leaves, and health coverage make them feel appreciated. Dahil dito, mas motivated silang tapusin ang task. Dahil dito, mas motivated silang tapusin ang task, mag-perform ng maayos, and even go to the extra mile dahil alam nilang sulit ang effort na ginagawa nila. At kung happy ang employee, mas motivated silang gawin ang best nila sa kanilang mga trabaho. So number three po is the increased productivity. Employees who receive proper benefits tend to work more efficiently. Kapag may healthcare, wellness programs, at sapat na pahinga, mas healthy sila physically and mentally. Less sick days means mas consistent ang performance nila sa kanilang work. And also, when employees feel valued, mas engaged sila, leading to higher output and better result for the company. Dahil mas less stress sila at mas healthy, nagiging mas productive sila at mas nagkakaroon ng contribute sa goal ng isang company. So number 4 po is the promote employee well-being. Benefits will help maintain employees' physical, emotional, and financial wellness. For example, health insurance protects them from big medical expenses, paid leaves allow rest and recharge, and retirement benefits give financial security. Kapag well-balanced ang buhay, mas stable, mas happy, at mas focus sila sa work. Hindi sila masyadong mapapagod or mai-stress, which leads to a healthier work-life balance and overall well-being. Next reporter.
So, good day everyone. So, I'm Chris Nicole Cruz po and I will continue the four reason of granting benefits. So, the reduced employee turnover. So, ito po ay ang tungkol sa pag-iwas na umalis agad ang mga empleyado sa company. So, ang goal ay ang mapanatiling magstay sila ng matagal para ma-less gasto sa pag-hire at pag-train ng bago and para stable ang team. So, for example naman dito is nag-implement ang Company A ng flexible work arrangement or the hybrid setup, adjusted hours, and etc. So, at nag-o-offer ng competitive salary and benefits. So, dahil dito, masaya ang empleyado, ah, dahil dito, masaya ang employees na mababawasan ang pag-alis nila at bumababa ang turnover rates. So, the next naman po is comply with legal requirements. So, ibig sabihin naman po nito is sumusunod ang company sa lahat ng mga batas and the regulation ng mga government na applicable sa business operation, employees' rights, and safety. For example naman po dito is yung sumusunod ang Company B ang sa minimum wage law at nagbibigay ng tamang government mandates, benefits like SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. So, sa lahat ng empleyado, nagpapatupad din sila ng safety protocols na required ng Department of Labor and Employment or kung tawagin is ang DOLE. And then, for the third naman po is build a positive company image. So, ito naman po is yung nag-create ng magandang reputation para sa company, both internally sa employees and for the externally for the customer and community and public. So, for example naman po dito is ensure ng Company C ang fair and inclusive culture at naging sponsor sila ng local community event dahil dito nakikita sila bilang responsible at caring na organization na nakaka-attract ng top talent at loyal ng customer. And then for the last naman po is the encourage loyalty and commitment. So, focus po nito ay paramihin and dedication at sense of belongings ng mga empleyado sa company. So, kung gusto mong ma-feel na nabavalue sila, na may future ang company nyo. So, for example na lang po dito is nag-o-offer ang Company D ng clear career pathways at opportunities for professional developments. So, paloob po dito is the trainings and the workshop. So, regular silang nagbibigay ng regulation and reward for the top performers. Kaya mas dedicated ang employees na magstay at mag-contribute ng success ng company. So, for the next reporter po.
So, good day everyone. I am Giselle and I will be discuss the types of employee benefits program. So, health and wellness benefits. So, first one is medical insurance. So, ito pong medical insurance is isa sa pinaka-importanting employee benefits na binibigay ni company, which is ito po yung tumutulong para mabawasan or mabayaran yung gastusin sa pagpapagamot, gaya na nga lang po ng mga check-ups, laboratory test, confinement, or the other emergency po. So, next is dental insurance. So, importante din po itong benefit na to kasi yung dental health is alam naman po natin na malaking epekto siya sa overall health ng isang tao. So, kapag may dental insurance, hindi na nagdadalawang isip yung mga employees na magpa-check up dahil hindi masyadong mabigat sa bulsa yung gastos. Next po is vision insurance. So, syempre, mahalaga din po ito lalong-lalo na sa mga employees na laging nakaharap sa mga computer dahil mas prone sila sa eye strain, blurry vision at headaches. So, with vision insurance, mas madaling magpa-check at makakuha ng tamang eyewear nang hindi rin mabigat sa bulsa. Next po is health savings account. So, isa po itong special savings account kung saan yung employee or minsan pati na rin po yung mga employer is maaaring maghulog ng pera para sa future medical expenses nila. And para rin po itong personal medical fund na kumbaga ikaw yung may control kung kailan at paano mo gagamitin. So, pwedeng magbayad ng check-ups, gamot, laboratory test, dental or vision care, at iba pa pong qualified health expenses. So, next po is wellness program. So, which is isa po siyang set ng activities, services, or initiatives ng company na may layunin na pagandahin po yung physical, mental, at emotional health ng employees. And hindi lang po ito tungkol sa pag-iwas sa sakit. Kumbaga, layunin din po nitong tulungan yung mga employees na maging mas healthy, less stressed, and syempre mas productive sa trabaho. So, next po is financial benefits. So, the first one is salary and wages. So, ito naman po is isa siyang regular na bayad na nakukuha ng mga empleyado para sa kanilang trabaho, and also ito rin po yung pangunahing source of income ng mga employee. So, syempre mahalaga po ito dahil ito po yung base compensation na tumutulong sa empleyado na matugunan yung kanilang pang-araw-araw na gastusin. So, next po is bonuses. So, itong bonuses po, syempre familiar naman po tayo dito na which is isa siyang extra financial reward na binibigay ni company sa mga employees bilang recognition sa good performance, milestone, or sa company success po. And nakakatulong din po ito para mas ma-motivate yung mga employees, and syempre, sino ba namang hindi gaganahan kapag may natatanggap na bonus, diba? So, third one po is retirement plans. So, mahalaga po yung benefits na to dahil nagbibigay po ito ng financial security at assurance na may sapat na pera na yung employee para sa mga needs nila kapag nag-retire na sila. And sa madaling salita po, itong retirement plan is isa siyang long-term investment na nagbibigay ng stability, protection, at comfortable na buhay pagkatapos ng active working years ng isang employee. Fourth is life insurance. So, ito pong life insurance is mahalaga din siyang financial benefit dahil nagbibigay po ito ng protection sa pamilya ng empleyado kung sakaling may nangyari pong hindi inaasahan tulad ng accident or bigla ang pagkawala ng buhay. Kumbaga, pag may ganito pong benefit, alam nila kahit na anong mangyari may makukuha silang seguridad para sa kanilang pamilya. Next po is time of benefits. So, the first one is sick leave. Ito naman po yung benefits na nagbibigay ng paid time off sa employee kapag may sakit sila. So sa pamagitan po nito, pwedeng may choice si employee na hindi siya pumasok or mag-file siya ng sick leave kapag may sakit siya, and para na rin makaiwas sila sa mas malalang kondisyon at sa posibilidad na makahawa pa sa iba. So next is holiday. So isa rin siyang paid time off na binibigay sa employees tuwing holidays, and also nagbibigay din po ito ng pagkakataong makapagpahinga yung employees or makasama yung pamilya niya or may mga errands sila. Pero kadalasan kasi sa mga employees, mas gusto nila na pasukan yung holidays kasi kadalasan yun po yung tinatawag na nating double pay. So next is bereavement leave. So yung bereavement leave po is mahalaga din just in case po na kunwari po may nawala silang mahalaga sa buhay. So dito po binibigyan sila ng time na makapagluksa or ayusin yung mga kailangan. Kumbaga nakakatulong po ito para ma-manage yung emotion ng isang employees and hindi maapektuhan yung trabaho niya. So last po is parental leave, which is ito po yung binibigay sa mga magulang para sa panganak, pag-aalaga sa newborn or pag-adapt po. Naka-include po dito yung mga maternity leave, paternity leave, or solo parent leave. And yung kahalagahan po nito is nagbibigay ito ng oras sa magulang na makapag-recover or maalagaan po nila yung baby nila. In short, ito pong parental leave is isa po siyang benefits na nagpo-promote ng healthy family life of employee well-being. Next reporter.
Ayan, so good day everyone. My name is Daisy Torano, and for continuation po, work-life balance benefits. So the first one is flexible work arrangement. So it allows employee to work from home, adjust their schedule or work flexible hours to accommodate personal needs. So for example po is yung mga working students or yung mga hybrid jobs. So the next one po is childcare assistant. It provides financial assistance or on-site childcare services to help employees with childcare responsibility. So, ang example po dito is yung mga daycare schools na kaya po nilang iwan ng kanilang mga kids to work on-site. So, third one po is elder care support. It offers resources and support to help employee care for elderly family members. And the last one is employee assistant programs. It provides confidential counseling, financial planning, or other support to help employee manage personal issues. Next slide po. So the next one is professional development benefits. So these benefits is it helps employee develop new skills, advance their career, stay engaged and motivated. So some example are training and development program. It offers workshop, training sessions, or online course to help employee develop new skills. So, for example po is yung mga livelihood programs na ma-enhance pa po yung kanilang career for their future. And the next one is education assistance. So, education assistance is also a financial assistance or reimbursement for employee pursuing higher education or professional certificates. So, for example po yung may mga gustong mag-master degree or professional certificate. And third one, career coach or mentoring. It first employee with experienced professional that can provide guidance, support, or career advice. And the fourth one, conference attendance or sponsorship. It support employee attendance at industry conference, workshop, or seminar to help them stay updated on trends or network with peers. Some example po ng conference is networking or travel accommodations cost. Next slide po. Recognition and reward benefits. So these benefits recognize and reward employee contributions, achievements, and hard work, boosting motivation and job satisfaction. So these are the recognition and reward, employee recognition. So it is a formal program that recognizes employee achievement and contributions. For example, giving employee with gift cards, bonuses, or public recognition for being outstanding performance. So the next one is performance based. It also a bonuses that tied in individual or team performance that provide a direct link between their performance and rewards. And the third one is employee appreciation events. It is activities that show appreciation for employees' hard work and contributions. And the last one is awards or rewards for outstanding performance. So these are the special rewards for employee who demonstrate exceptional performance or dedication. So next reporter po.
So, good day everyone. My name is Veronica. Today, I'll be discussing flexible benefits plans or cafeteria plan. So, bakit nga ba cafeteria plan? Kasi parang nasa cafeteria ka, marami kang options at ikaw mismo ang pipili kung ano ang pinakabagay sa'yo. So, benefits plans that enable individual employees to choose the benefits that are best suited to their particular needs. So, ang purpose ng flexible benefits plans is to give employees the freedom na pumili ng benefits na swak sa needs nila. Hindi kasi pare-pareho ng sitwasyon ng bawat empleyado. May iba na may pamilya, single, may health concern. So, mas maganda kung personalize ang benefits nila. So, basic or core benefits package of life and health insurance, sick leave, and vacation ensures that employees have a minimum level of coverage. Meron pa rin basic or core benefits na automatic na ibinibigay. Kasama dito usually ang life insurance, health insurance, sick leave at vacation leave. Ito yung minimum coverage para sure na lahat ng employees ay protected kahit ano pa ang piliin nila. Employees use credits to buy whatever other benefits they need. So, binibigyan ng employees ng na tinatawag na credits. Parang points ito na pwede nilang gamitin para bilhin or piliin yung ibang benefits na gusto nila. Halimbawa, additional health coverage, dental plan, child care benefits, or kahit wellness program. Pa-next slide po. So, explain ko naman yung advantages ng flexible benefits plans para sa employees. First, benefits are better match their individual needs. So, mas bagay or mas match yung benefits sa individual needs ng bawat employee. Ibig sabihin, kung ano talaga yung kailangan nila, yun ang pipiliin nila. Hindi yung generic na benefits na minsan hindi naman useful sa lahat. Benefit selections can be adapted to a changing diversified workforce. So, flexible benefits ay madaling i-adjust para sa iba't ibang klase ng employees. Since diverse ang workforce, may young, may older, may single, may pamilya, meron ding pamilya, iba-ibang needs nila. Kaya maganda na adaptable ang benefits. Employees gain a greater understanding of the benefits offered to them and the cost incurred. So mas naiintindihan ng employees kung ano yung mga benefits na meron sila at magkano ang cost nito. Dahil sila mismo ang pumipili, mas aware sila sa value ng benefits and mas nagiging informed sila tungkol sa options nila. So, overall, flexible benefits plans help employees feel more satisfied, informed, and supported dahil naka-customize talaga para sa kanila. So, i-discuss ko naman po yung advantages ng flexible benefits plans para sa employers. So, maximize the psychological value of their benefits program by paying only for highly desired benefits. So, nakakapag-maximize sila ng psychological value ng benefits program. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila nagbabayad para sa benefits na hindi naman kailangan ng employees. Instead, they pay only for the benefits na talagang gusto at ginagamit ng employees na kaya mas sulit. Contain benefit cost by allowing employees to buy benefits only up to maximum amount. So, mas nakokontrol ng employers ang gastos kasi binibigyan lang nila ng certain amount or credits yung employees para bumili ng benefits. So, may limit at hindi lalampas sa defined budget ng company. Use benefits as competitive advantage in the recruiting and retention of employees. Nagiging competitive advantages ito para sa company. Kapag maganda at flexible ang benefits, mas madaling makapag-attract ng new employees at mas napapangalagaan nila yung current employees kasi satisfied sila sa benefits. So, overall, flexible benefits help employers save money, stay within budget, and become more attractive as employer. So, didiscuss ko naman po yung disadvantages sa employees. So, first, for employees, benefits selections result in unwanted financial costs. Kapag ang employee hindi masyadong naiintindihan yung options or mali yung napili nilang benefits, pwede itong magresulta ng dagdag gastos. For example, pumili ka ng benefit na akala mo useful, pero hindi mo naman pala nagagamit. So parang sayang lang yung binayad mo or you end up paying extra for something na hindi mo talaga kailangan. So, the idea is flexible benefits are good, pero kung mali ang napili mo, pwede maging disadvantage para sa employee. Para sa naman, employers, there are certain added costs to establishing and maintaining the flexible plan. So, ibig sabihin, medyo mahal gumawa at mag-manage ng ganitong system. Kailangan ng employer ng time, effort, and resources para ma-set up yung benefits platform. Para ma-explain sa employees at para i-update regularly. So, mas complicated siya kaysa sa simple or standard benefits package. employees may choose benefits of high use to them that increase employer premium cost. So, employees may choose um, so kapag binibigyan mo ng freedom yung employees, pumili ng benefits, syempre pipiliin nila yung pinaka-useful sa kanila. Pero ang problema, minsan yung mga benefits na madaling gamitin madalas gamitin like medical or insurance ay mas mahal ang premium. So, dahil doon, tumataas yung total cost na kailangang bayaran ng employer. So, in short, habang nagiging mas happy yung employees dahil flexible yung benefits, mas lumalaki naman yung gastos ng company. So, overall, ang flexible benefits plans may magagandang sides pero may downsides din. Para sa employees, risk na mali yung mapili nilang benefit para at malit ito to unnecessary gastos. Para sa employers naman, mas magastos i-set up at i-maintain at pwedeng tumaas yung premium cost dahil sa choices ng employees. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay na yan?
Okay na.
Okay na.
Okay na, be?
Nag-drop na ako, 6 minutes na lang.
Okay na ba?
Bye-bye.